Have you ever noticed how much energy we spend fighting what is? Today, I want to talk about the power of acceptance and how embracing what's in front of us can help unlock purpose and meaningful actions to change our future. Today on Coffee and Convo. Welcome to everybody to another edition of Coffee and Convo. I'm Jay, and this is Life After 50. Speaking of life after 50, man, that's the first thing that I have to learn to accept myself, right? To embrace the idea that I'm in my 50s now, right? And I'm going to be honest, turning 50 wasn't the easiest for me. I felt like I had a plan. I felt like all I had to do was be fit for 50 and I was going to be okay. And I made that my whole mission. I made that my full focus. I didn't bother thinking of all the other things that come along with being 50. I just felt, hey, if I could just get to a certain weight, if I could just get to a certain strength level, if I can recreate some endurance that I felt like I had when I was younger, my 50s and beyond were going to be a breeze. And then life happened. Right? I lost a friend. I lost a mentor. I lost myself because I never embraced or accepted the fact that there's a whole nother mental side to this turning 50 thing, right? Or being 50. There's this elephant in the room, this thing that like a cloud that weighs over me sometimes of how much closer I am to the end than I ever was to the beginning. And that is something to think about. You know, our mind has its own way of kind of telling us how we should deal with things. And the things that are hard, the things that are painful, we tend to just push down, just keep pushing down. We never take the time to figure out what it really means. Why do I think this way? Why do I feel this way? So number one for me has always been, hey man, just embrace where you are. Embrace the things that are in your life, the good and the bad, right? The good is good. There's no worries there. The things that are bad, you got to start to learn how to process and separate that. There's certain things in my personal life that I cannot control, not fully anyway, right? I have two significant disabilities. One, I have a visual impairment. Two, I have Crohn's disease, which kind of limits the ability of things I'm able to eat, how I process food, how my digestive system works, which that in itself can create me a whole bunch of problems. But I know that through a controlled diet, I could help that. If I actually started taking the time to go to the doctor more and be on a better regimen with whatever they say, and that's a whole nother subject we'll get into. I battle with that, but we'll talk about that later, about what doctors say. And that is what it is. All the other stuff is the stuff that I need to look at and say, hey, the choices that I made in my past have led me to this moment. Here I am. So if some of your fears are things like, I don't have a retirement, which we'll get into because I don't. I don't have no financial stability. I don't have a good job. I don't know what my next move is as far as career, or, I'm obese, or I have diabetes, or, how can I get fit? I'm getting older. My body aches. Those are the types of things that you can't control. And the first thing that you have to accept is that, number one, it's who you are. It's where you're at. Number two, that only you can change it. Don't let anybody else tell you how to do it. Don't let any magic pill come into your life to say it could change your current situation. Accepting who you are now allows you the freedom and the ability to say, hey, I'm finally understanding that I need to know self first. I know who I am. I know the struggles I have. I know whether or not it's controllable or not. I know, because we all tend to know, right? We all know what we need to do about it. So as I was entering my 50s, my sole focus was the weight problem that I had, the addiction to food that I created through all these lifetime of struggles and pain. And I accepted the fact that I needed to change, and it worked. But what I ignored along the way was the fact that I had mental issues going on, right? I had this whole other idea of 50 and how I hurt. I have this, I still hold on to some of the struggles of where I'm at due to my sight loss. I have a hard time accepting the Crohn's disease and my addiction to food and how they play hand in hand. I needed to take care of my mental health just as much as I did my physical health. And through that process, I will unlock doors that will show me the path to a more powerful, purposeful, peaceful future, especially in my 50s. Everybody has a dream of what it would look like in their older years. What people like to say, it's your golden years. You could live this rambunctious life and go hit the road and travel the universe. That's not everybody's story. That's definitely not my story. And it's not to say it's not possible. I'd like to think if there was something on my bucket list that I wanted to check off, I have the determination to do it. But it only starts when I accept my current situation. The power that will give me to set myself up for that is way more powerful than just sitting here dreaming of a better tomorrow. The problem is, for myself anyway, is I am so focused on longevity, meaning physical. But I've realized that, long-term generational health, wealth, whatever it comes from a healthy lifestyle, both physically, mentally, and more importantly, spiritually. That's my journey. And I put myself on that about a year ago. And then at the recording of this video, just 2 weeks ago, I realized that my health, my physical health, had deteriorated because I didn't just focus on all those things. I only focused on one area. And I was able to accomplish it, yeah. So now I have the plan to get it done. I just have to accept all the other things that come along with it, both mentally and spiritually. I need to find a way to embrace my present so I can change my future. Pretty crazy, right? And the sad thing is that it's so much easier to say than it is to get done. And that's why I'm here talking it out with you over a nice cup of coffee. Because it really helps. Just talking out, admitting. These videos are not only to hopefully motivate and inspire you, but it's to hold myself accountable. To build relationships throughout the world of people who may be in the same predicament or have some different type of knowledge to share or story to share that not only will motivate and inspire me, but help me unlock some of the doors that remain shut in my life. Acceptance is powerful. It's one of the most powerful tools that we have, and it's one of the hardest tools to use. It's so easy to get caught up in the things that went wrong or the things that are not right, the negativity. There's a lot to be said about the world we live in today, especially driven from social media, just the negativity, how we're so drawn to it. Oh, there's a fight. Oh, there's some drama. Oh, this person's mad at this person. Oh, someone's going to talk negatively about this, negatively about that. It doesn't matter what it is. Negativity sells. I literally had to remove myself from my sports podcast because it was turned so negative and fake, right? The only way I'm going to get clicks and views on my sports podcast is to make up storylines, to find negativity in something that could turn positive just because that is what people are going to come search for. If I put something out in the world that challenges someone or gets someone excited, oh, he's going to say this about that person, or he's going to talk bad about this organization or this group or that group, and man, he's going to cause some drama. Let's get into it. Maybe you're so connected to some of those things, man, you're looking for it. You're looking for a good fight. You're looking for a good argument. You're not accepting the truth and the reality of where you're at. And the things that you love are the same way. Maybe you like sports. Maybe you like politics. God forbid if you do. It's not worth it. Just personal thought. Maybe you love movies, TV shows, books. Seriously, if there's something you love, you'll find more negativity about it than you will positivity about it. If you just accept the idea that if it's what you love, that's all that matters, then acceptance allows you the power to ignore all the drama, to ignore all the noise, and only focus on your personal happiness. When you do something simple like that, another door opens. And the more positivity that we bring through acceptance, through the things that we love, the things that hinder us, we start getting these answers, these pathways, these doors, these options to get better, to seek happiness, to seek purposefulness, to seek peace. We all want peace. I want peace. I'll end with this. There's 3 things I desperately desire now that I'm in my 50s. 1 is mental health. I'm tired of the rat race that goes on in my head. And I have ADHD, and I get that there's certain elements of that I can't control. I accept that. But I also know there's a lot of things that are going on in there that I put there that I don't do anything about. So I want to focus on finding peace and purposefulness in that and clearing that part of it up. The other part of it is my physical health. I really want to get back to where I was heading into my 50th birthday and then taking that to the next level. More to come on that on another brand new Fit for 50 journey. And this time it's not going to be for the actual day of my 50th. It's going to be for the longevity of my 50s, 60s, and beyond. And the other one that means a lot to me is my spiritual health. I want to make sure that I'm doing the things that I set out to do that not only bring purpose in my life, but can bring purpose in other people's lives. Peace, happiness, love, joy, honor, respect. All those things mean something to me. And that's what I'm going to do. And the first thing I need to do starts today. Today in front of you and everybody who may watch this video, I'm accepting the fact that I'm going to be 52 years old and I'm broken. And I'm a broken man. I'm physically broken, I'm mentally broken, and I'm spiritually broken. And from this video forward, if you will, my mission is to take it day by day, become 1% better, and change my future. And I'm inviting you to come along that journey and join the conversation, aka hit that subscribe button. Let's join the conversation. Use the comment section. Give me your thoughts. What do you struggle with? What are some of the things that you're having a hard time accepting? Or what are some of the things that you've already accepted and how has that impacted your life? Share it with me in the comment section and join the conversation. All right, this has been another Coffee and Convo Life After 50. I'm Jay, and I will see you guys on the next video.